Play, and it's second down now.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They run the counter. Carson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Jackson from the shotgun. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. A former Seminole back home in Florida. It's Dalvin Cook. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school, he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Jackson now. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 1st down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Jackson to throw. Completes it to Watt. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. But he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the 1st. Throwing now,
Jackson on first down. Howard has the first down and then some. Open man is Howard, the tight end. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Again, Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
On second down now, it's Carson. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
And he pulls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Antonio Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw, Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Cousins. A ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Cyrus Jones picks it, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Took nearly the entire first half, but a first red zone opportunity for them here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. From the gun, here's Cousins. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Switch. Hey, Ken. Quick.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And Diggs has it. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Throwing again on 2nd down. Cousins.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace it.
Now Carson fumbles the football, and the Vikings pick up the football. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. So a jump there defensively.
It's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
A boost here to start the drive after the penalty. It's 1st and 5. Cousins now. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Here's Cousins. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Cousins to throw it. He is going to find Hill here. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
7 yards on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Bucs 7-yard line.
Check 55, Mike. Hey, tight down. There you go. Hatch it. Kill. All right, now here we go.
On second down, it's Hill. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Cousins on 3rd and 2. It's complete to Diggs. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
They'll run it with Hill. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Jackson on first down. Flush to his right. Gets this one to midfield and scramble a first down, a 16-yard gain.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow.
Antonio Brown, kiss him goodbye. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Antonio Brown with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. To throw is Cousins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 44. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Antonio Brown on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it.
He's got a man complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score.
Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is fielded at the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Now it's Jackson. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Jackson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Jackson will throw again. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at about the 14. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Here's Hill one more time, and he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
This quarterback now 9 of 17 through the air. Here's Jackson. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. 1st down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
On 1st down, Carson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Chris Carson with touchdown number 7 on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Cousins. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. A first down throw for Cousins. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll work. Get across midfield inside the 45.
A gain of 12. First down, Minnesota.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's Madison running on first down. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check tight, check tight, check tight.
Throwing is Cousins. He'll let this go for the end zone. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and they're within 7 now at 28-21. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you?
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On the ground with Hill to begin the drive. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Yellow. Hey, 32, let's get them. Hey, let's go.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Pilot, 64, weak.
On 2nd and 9. Cousins. Over the middle, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
That good for 22 and a first down.
Every team in the league always wants explosive plays, breakout plays, and even more so when it's your horse who's had a tough time during the game.
Yeah, not that great in the first half. Maybe he can recalibrate here in the third and then carry that over to the fourth.
I like that.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Unable to stop KJ right there as he slips by for the sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Cousins on target to Diggs. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. He'll find Diggs once more on the completion. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Credit the sack to Vita Vea. Oh, offensive nightmare there. You go for it on 4th, and the play doesn't even really get to develop a sack.
And it's so unfortunate, too, because you think you've got something good called, but if your offensive line can't hold up, that's often the result. They find a way back to the quarterback.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. On 1st down, Carson, and he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz,
and Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Daniil Hunter able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And he's going to go down again. Ben Gideon providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
You hate to give the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second-guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. There on the coverage, knocking that one away was Mike Edwards.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the 1st down in the process. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Cousins. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it. To the air again, it's Cousins. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. That's going to set them back 5 yards. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you've got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift. That takeaway, even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches said. I'll guarantee you, he told the quarterback, we just took care of you. Now you take care of us.
On 2nd and 15 now. Jackson, and his throw here is incomplete. Chris Carson, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get 1st downs and eat away at the clock.
It's a gain of 16, 1st down Tampa Bay. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson, and he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
At the 34-yard line.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They run again with Carson. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
On 3rd down, Carson. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! At their own 37-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time is a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute it.
Well, they have the opportunity. Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he had won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Tampa Bay, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one.